All right, it's 7 o'clock on Tuesday, August 27th, 2024. We're gonna open the administrative board meeting. Roll call, please.
Yep, I have Chris Samples.
Here.
John Talbot.
Here.
Jen Christensen.
Here.
Bill Motisi.
Here.
Nathan Maz.
Here.
Patrick Carolum is absent. President Rick Worm.
Here.
Treasurer Brenda Onimany is absent. I, Clerk Sandy Maz, am here. Public Works Supervisor Brett Berge.
Here.
Parks Lead Brody Cook.
Here.
Engineer Aaron Fall.
Here.
All right. Oh, we're here, Aaron. You get nice and center. up there.
get sit up here.
Get a desk.
You get a microphone. All right, tonight on the consent agenda, we only have 3 items. Now, item 1, administrative board meeting minutes dated July 23rd, 2024. Item 2, bills payable warrant list dated August 27th, 2024 for a total of $242,180.50. And item 3, outside meeting pay for elected officials, total of $200. At this time, do any of the board members wish to remove any of those 3 items for further consideration? If not, we'll entertain the first motion.
I move to place agenda items 1, 2, and 3 inclusively as consent agenda items. Further, I move that all items be considered together as the consent agenda.
Second.
Jen makes a motion to place items 1 through 3 inclusively as a consent agenda. Nathan seconds. Roll call, please.
Jen,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
John, Nathan,
Yes.
Patrick's absent, Chris.
Yes.
Passes 702.
I move to adopt items 1, 2, and 3 inclusively on the consent agenda in a single group pursuant to the omnibus vote procedure specified in the Illinois Municipal Code.
Second.
Jen makes a motion to adopt items 1 through 3 inclusively as consent agenda. Nathan seconds. Roll call, please.
Bill,
Yes.
John, Nathan,
Yes.
Patrick's absent, Chris,
Yes.
Jen.
Yes.
Also 702. The item D is we had nothing removed. Reports to the officer. I lied to you guys. I still don't have this done. We'll get it done sooner. Let's keep it on there until we do. Sandy?
I have a lot of stuff. I'm gonna start with the discussion of the award of the bid for the Oslet grant. I do not need a motion on that. Aaron, do you want me to give an update or did you receive the update on that?
I did receive the update.
Yeah, I'll let you give it then.
Sure. Right now we are working, with IDNR to find out basically the apparatus for how the village will get their extension. We are still working for that, through that. We hope to have the, recommendation to the board on how to move forward with that project for the next month's board meeting. As a quick aside, I did get a call from Solstrom and Sons, who's the low bidder on the project, and had a discussion with them regarding pricing and things like that. They said if the village was interested, they could provide a more detailed breakdown, see where, things deviated from our estimate. They did say that a lot of the prices that they got were in line, all the subcontractors that they reached out to were in line. He said one of the big things, and because it's a large part of the project, that they were surprised at the dirt work numbers were all over the place. And they used the lowest number that they received. However, and a lot of the bigger earthwork contractors, didn't bid this job, took out plans and didn't bid it. He said that the gentleman who gave him the best bid needed work for the fall, but everyone else was pretty booked up. So it's a possibility that if the village is able to rebid the project, there's a chance for some more competitive bids come springtime. So that's all I have.
So the recommendation is going to be that we continue it again till September 10th. As I mentioned at the last meeting, we have 60 days in which to do something with the bid. Since the bid opening, we're only 15 days into that. So extending it another 2 weeks was still well within the time frame that we need. So unless anybody has any objections, we'll just continue to extend that to the next meeting.
Sounds good.
The next one on the agenda, I do need somebody to make a motion for.
I'll make a motion for resolution 24-27, or resolution approving and ratifying a mobile food vehicle license for Head and Sons, Eden and Sons Inc.
Second.
John makes a motion to approve resolution number 24-27. Nathan seconds.
So
Discussion.
yep, this one is essentially a resolution approving their mobile vehicle license for the village, also ratifying their presence in the park last weekend without having the license. And also permitting them for the additional dates that they had requested on the last page of the application.
Bill?
Question. We're talking about a resolution. Do we need an ordinance before the resolution?
No,
How about after?
no. I'll get to what that ordinance is in a moment. That has nothing to do with these two, though. That's a separate item.
Okay, in other words, I didn't have to work on any of these resolutions at all.
No,
Nope.
Okay. All right, that's fine, thanks.
Any further discussion?
Do we
Oh,
charge them for?
as it stands right now, there is not a fee for their presence in our park, so it is just the standard $100 a year mobile. food
Okay,
vehicle
That's
license.
what I was kind of wondering
Yeah.
if they had to pay, because I know like county, they have to do something. totally
Yeah, so
different.
we have, it's a $25 per event or $100 for the year, so it's
Okay.
clearly more lucrative to just apply for the whole
Okay.
year.
Thank you, that's it.
Back to further discussion. Roll call.
John,
Yeah.
Nathan,
Yes.
Patrick's absent, Chris,
Yes.
Jen,
Yes,
Bill.
Yes,
Next one, I also cannot make it in motion.
7:07.
Motion for resolution 24-28, a resolution approving and ratifying an amended mobile food vehicle license Dia de Los Tacos.
tacos.
Second.
I was assuming the same thing.
Good with names.
Who seconded?
I did.
All right, John made a motion to approve resolution number 24-28. Nathan seconds. Discussion?
Similarly to the Dia de los, or to the Heddens and Sons, Dia de los Tacos had previously been permitted to have a mobile food license, so this is just ratifying their yearly license and also ratifying their presence again in the park last weekend without the permission to be there and confirming their further dates for the rest of the fall.
Roll call.
Nathan,
Yes.
Patrick is absent, Chris,
Yes.
Jen,
Yes,
Bill,
yes,
John.
Says rolling with this, make a resolution for number 2437, a resolution establishing a lost and found policy.
Second.
Let's get this backwards. Nathan makes a motion to approve resolution number 24-37. John seconds. Any discussion?
So this resolution is establishing, as it says, a lost and found policy. Currently, we do not have one. I have a box or more full of stuff that we have acquired over the last couple of years in my office right now. So this would allow us permission to actually dispose of those items because it falls into this gray area of they're not ours to dispose of, but they're not. So this will just set it all straight. So after 30 days, we could dispose of property that we have found within the village.
Maximum of 30 days. You could do it shorter if it's whatever.
I decided 30 was just fine.
Yeah.
Go for it.
does anybody ever come back looking for stuff?
Occasionally, so if you've noticed on Facebook, if we find something within the park
Right.
or within the village, Erica will post it on Facebook, letting people know, hey, we found something, come to Village Hall, whether she'll say a sweater, like recently found a backpack, just come to Village Hall, describe it for us. Very rarely do we get somebody who returns for them. I mean, I've got things as nice as an iWatch from 5 years ago, which means they were almost brand new at that point, sitting in my office.
You gotta know where you lost it. You don't know?
Yeah.
It was probably a kid.
Yeah.
Maybe 10.
And then are you just throwing, like, we're just getting rid of it at that point?
So-
No rhyme or reason?
For the policy, I'll just probably donate it or unless the village has a use for it.
Okay, that's good.
Does anybody else now have a use for a 5-year-old? I don't.
Probably not. I will probably donate it.
Yeah,
It's a great donation.
They
item.
probably already slowed that one down.
Yeah,
in
the only
software.
thing that we tend to reuse is like if we find chairs in the park that have been left over, the employees will use them when they're on lunch breaks and things like that and they're sitting around. So those things we reuse. Anything else we typically do not.
Anything further? All in favor, say aye.
I,
Opposed, say nay. Passes 7-10.
Make a motion for approval of ordinance number 24-08, an ordinance regarding licensing for mobile food vehicles.
Second?
Nathan makes a motion to approve ordinance number 24-08. Jen seconds. Discussion.
You'll see that this is an ordinance amending our mobile food policy to allow a special event use within the park while the concession stand is open. It has all the items that you guys had described, a maximum of 5, a 20% contribution to the village if the concession stand is open.
But it doesn't have to come back to us.
It does not, and then a stipulation that it either goes to the village president or the parks trustee for approval. Also, one of the bigger changes in there is, I had it drafted so that in the future, no mobile food licenses have to come back to the village. So previous practice had been that they'd been going through the administrative process through the village president, until it was brought to our attention that our ordinance was written and had to come through the board, which just seemed excessive. And so I did have it written to go back so that we can process these in a timely fashion instead of waiting for board meetings.
This ordinance has nothing to do with the county, correct?
No.
And the only change is that the mayor can approve this and it doesn't have to go before the board,
No,
correct?
no,
It still has to go before the board.
no. So that is one of the changes. The other change, as I mentioned originally, is to allow the special events that we don't currently have allowable within our ordinances. So this would allow a mobile food truck with permission to be within our park if the concession stand is open under certain guidelines as listed in the ordinance.
Okay, was I supposed to, should I have worked on this ordinance or not?
No,
How
no.
come? How come?
You miss it yet?
how come?
Mayor, how come?
Oh,
It's just a change. It's nothing major. Just trying to get it to the way we do things.
But as a board, we discussed the terms that we.
I understand that.
So
but
We have.
yeah, Mayor, I'm ready, willing and able to do this job for the ordinance thing, and I want to make sure that I am doing that. You understand that?
Yep.
Am I doing that, sir?
Not this one.
Wait a
This,
minute, what?
this one didn't affect you because the board already discussed the changes.
Yes,
to the ordinance.
okay. Anything else, trustee Talbot?
No.
Okay,
All right.
thanks, John.
Stay on the discussion. Have we got anything left on discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? 713 it passes. Anything further?
nope. Oh, yes, Brenda's clearly not here this week. If you guys need anything, let me know.
Yeah, we can call you Brenda.
Where'd
No.
Brenda go? Vacation?
Vacation.
Oh, very.
Okay. Brenda?
Discussion on village engineering.
Yes.
Oh, well, I will do my best to go through the typical project status report. I believe Sandy put it in in the board packet. First project was the Junction Way Street reconstruction. I am a little familiar with this job. It sounds like the long saga of getting IDOT's approval. This project is reaching, getting close to the end. We just need to do a couple minor revisions, fill out a couple of forms, and we should be completed and ready to submit. As stated in the next step is to complete a resolution appropriating village MFT funds and to set a letting date. As far as the Junction Road culvert replacement, we are currently waiting on O'Brien Civil Works to approve the completed quantities, and we should be able to finish that up. Salt shed project, there's no update. Illinois Route 72 sidewalks, no updates since last month's report. Village Hall assessment, no updates since last month's report. Harvest Glen subdivision Plat 10 street ditch inspections. We performed the follow-up inspection for 209 Autumnwood Lane. Some sod was needed to be installed around the east end of the driveway culvert. Some dead spots in the sod need to be replaced. Recommended inspecting the sod again in the fall before final acceptance.
I want to add something to this. So we've kind of run into a conundrum. The temporary certificate of occupancy for this particular home has expired. However, they're really struggling with this sod and the air is not being watered by the people that reside in the home, which is not assisting with this. And so, we're going to continue to see this issue till we find a solution as to how they can get their sod to grow properly before we issue the final CO.
Who's responsible for that?
Well, the builder, but they have funds set aside in escrow with the title company for the sod and drainage ditch to be approved. So,
For watering specifically, or is that just some of it or? part of
so
it?
that's just part of it. So I'm not sure how this is gonna end, but that's where we're at on this particular property. So you might continue to see another inspection when they think they can get the sod to grow.
Next year.
Well, I don't know how much longer we'll let them, I don't know how much longer the bank or ourselves will allow them to continue to go on an expired certificate of occupancy. That's all.
The Rebuild Illinois Downtowns and Main Streets Capital Grant application. We received IDOT's approval on the ultimate traffic impact analysis. Requires the addition of turn lanes on Illinois Route 72. We are currently preparing an interim traffic impact analysis that we hope will not require turn lanes to be constructed at this time. Once the interim TIA is approved, we will proceed with the ultimate and interim intersection design studies for the two new intersections. If approves the IDSs, we will be able to move forward with completing the construction drawings. WHA had a design meeting with Rick and Chris to review the commercial buildings construction drawings and the Lot 1 site development construction drawings. WHA is finalizing the construction drawings based on the comments from that meeting.
So we do have to have turn lanes on 72?
I don't want some.
IDOT wants them. We are in the ultimate scenario and with the ultimate build out. They definitely want them in an interim scenario. We are hoping to, until, you get multiple lots built on the subdivision that would generate the traffic. Our goal is to do an interim TIA and interim intersection design study without the turn lanes. And so as it's required, that will have to be built. The Davis Junction Park Improvements Ozai grant, we had a discussion about that previously. That's the current status. Hopefully we'll have a recommendation at the next meeting. Or our intention is to have a recommendation at the next meeting. Rolling Meadows Mobile Home Community Wastewater Meter. No update since last month's report. The water treatment plant filter rehabilitation and temporary filter. The village approved the proposal from Ferguson Waterworks for the piping materials needed to connect the temporary filter to the water system. The tentative project schedule is as follows. Pipe material will be delivered by Ferguson Waterworks on September 4th. The temporary filter will be delivered by Water Surplus on September 9th. The temporary filter and the piping will be installed by the village September 10th through the 13th. The temporary filter will be disinfected along with the piping and obtain a satisfactory bacteriological test. Again, performed by the village will be sometime the week of September 16th through the 20th. Startup and operating temporary filter prior to existing filter work. That'll be performed by the village and Water Surplus the week between September 23rd and October 4th. And then once that is in place, the existing filter will be drained. The media and the nozzles will be replaced October 7th and 8th. And the final filter tank structure will be inspected October 9th, and following repairs will be determined based on the condition of the filter once they get it out. And the final project is the NICOR permit request for a new project. We've reviewed all the civil site construction drawings, provided comments, and they've been addressed and are acceptable at this time. And I don't know if, according to some emails, Matt said, looks like the village may have, I'm saying he's had some correspondence with NICOR in regard to that.
I did. I do believe that Willett Hoffman's portion of it. I don't want to say take it off the list yet, because I suspect we may be reaching back out to you for inspections on the project as we go later. And
I'll let that know.
yeah, I would anticipate as they move towards completion, we'll want it inspected by you guys.
It does look like they've they've moved their staging area. It's virtually empty up there at Baxter Road.
Yeah. They're quick.
Anything further?
Nope, I'm sorry, that's all.
All
I
right, you're good. On the committees, Jen?
I have nothing new.
All right. Chris?
We didn't have any emergency expenditures that I know of.
Bill?
Let me see here for a second. Not at present time. The only reason I said that before, that I'm ready, willing and able to participate in my ordinance things, that I just want it reflected if possible in the minutes of the meeting, you know, I want to feel, that I'm doing a good job and, that I'm satisfying everybody. Okay? Is that okay, Mr. Mayor?
That's what you're trying to do.
Minutes are determined.
Pardon? I couldn't, Sandy, I can't hear you. Not speaking into that.
Minutes are determined by the clerk.
What?
Sandy controls the minutes.
Just facts.
All right. Nathan?
We smashed anything that would ever been on me, so we're good.
You won't worry about streets.
That's a good
No?
point.
You have something on the agenda.
John?
You're after parks.
I thought we talked about this already. Did we take it out?
Streets.
I don't know if we actually made a,
No, we didn't.
Feel free to make a motion.
Because it's cheaper to do nothing.
Oh, I'll make a motion to remove the walking bike path along Junction Road south of Northwestern Avenue.
Sorry, I don't have a place to speak yet, right? Like,
We need a second. on
said
it.
you'd like
You
not to do it,
second
huh?
something.
I'll second. I second.
Wait a second. I've got a question here.
Hold on,
No.
we're not in discussion yet.
Let's second it first.
So we got, John made a motion to approve the removal of
It's that.
walking bike path along Junction Road, south of Northwestern. Nathan seconds. Now we have discussion.
Okay. You want that removed? You don't want us to do that, correct, John?
We're removing it because it's old and deteriorated and it serves no purpose because it's the path to nowhere.
Wait, we're not gonna do anything with it, then, correct?
It's not a street or a ditch. Calm yourself.
We would be removing.
We're taking
What's
it out.
left of it.
Okay.
removed.
Hey,
Okay,
Bill,
Okay, that's
in
fine.
previous meetings, we discussed the options.
Yes, I was
And then
there.
we discussed that it is our right to, we have to do something with the new sidewalk and rules that are in place.
Right.
And so this is what we kind of leaned towards in those previous meetings.
Yeah.
I believe you read.
Yeah.
I
So
believe,
we
yeah,
included-
on that, ordinance, I read that thing, and, Brett, I think you were working on the, evaluation for that
Which
sidewalk
was
thing, right?
included in the
And I-
board packet. It's included.
Yeah,
in
I
the
saw
board
that,
packet.
right.
Yes.
My question is, it's so filled with legal jargon that we had to have, hopefully our village attorney's working at, is that correct?
Are you talking about the policy that was included in the
Yeah,
packet? That
yeah.
was adopted by this board several years ago.
I thought I saw some changes in there.
No, there are no changes to that policy. That was I only included
sidewalk
that for informational
So-
purposes.
Okay, I understand that now. Thank you.
Okay, any further discussion?
Yes. What's it gonna cost us?
Right, what's it gonna cost?
We
well,
can't really approve it, not know what's it gonna cost.
We're not, we're doing our own labor.
Was just
Doing
us,
it
right?
ourselves.
Oh,
yes,
you're doing it?
as long as we're working
Never
on.
mind Not a necessity.
Sorry, Brett.
All right, I don't even know why I show up.
It's magic, Brad. You have to think it is what's going on. If it's gonna cost you 25,000, we're supposed to.
Yeah.
Anything further?
Forget it.
On that one, we roll call.
Patrick is absent. Chris,
No.
Jen,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes,
John, Nathan.
Yes.
That's at 7:25.
That's all I have to see.
All right. You have anything on behalf of Patrick?
That was taken from me too, but so I don't.
All good.
I got nothing.
We'll move right along. Anybody have anything in economic development? Anybody here to complain about water bills? No, nobody showed up.
well, I'm here. I think it's a little high, but, we put in all those changes, so I presumed that's why a lot of that was happening.
What?
Nothing. So
Okay.
John and I were having,
Continue. These thought conversations you always get mad about?
John asked me if
Fine.
Bill voted for the.
Unfinished
increase.
business? Verizon, LR lease,
No, well, we haven't heard anything from Verizon. I mean.
I haven't, oh, sorry.
Sorry, I was actually.
Yeah,
First,
yeah, yeah,
Verizon.
I got
No,
you.
oh,
I got
sorry,
you.
look at it, no, I did
Yeah.
not.
We're both in the same eyesight, sorry.
Public. I haven't heard anything from Verizon. LR Communications, we communicated with, but it hasn't gone anywhere. I do have one thing for Bill though, because he was concerned with the fee for the,
water.
no, the FTC fee. And at the height of it, we got, and that was the first year, we got $56,000 from it.
That's a
For-
telecommunications tax,
Sorry,
correctly?
there you go, thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I was asking for. The telecommunication tax, at the height of it, we got $56,000, which is the first year that it was
Well,
implemented.
that's supposed to go away, isn't it?
It's dwindling away because
Yeah.
we're projected in FY, or sorry, I shouldn't say FY, in
Mhm.
2025. Or 24, 25,
24.
24 to $16,000. So it went down $40,000.
Yes,
I expect it to continue to shrink if nothing else, so I don't think.
I trust
it's a
it will.
concern
I'm glad.
For, what people are having to pay, it must be pretty
Yeah.
small if we're only getting $16,000 from the entire village.
Yeah, and the Department of Revenue has told Brenda and I when we attend their conferences that they expect that to continue to go down drastically.
I'm sure you will. Just in case people are worried about the, how much.
All right, I was concerned. Thank you.
Public,
Please continue your mediocre performance.
Oh my God.
Wow.
that's
Thank-
old. Anybody want to make a mediocre,
I make a motion to adjourn.
Everybody on
anyone?
The media is all that matters.
Okay.
We still have a motion.
And John
Okay,
seconded.
I didn't hear John second. Nathan made a motion to adjourn, John seconded. All in favor?
Bye.
Any opposed? We're adjourned at 7:28.